narrative to a client. So that's the third hard skill that is absolutely needed for you to become a successful management consultant. Are you a management consulting enthusiast? And do you want to know what are the 5 skills that are absolutely needed for consultants to not only survive but thrive in the management consulting industry? Then hi, welcome to my channel. Before you proceed, let me introduce you. If you're new here, we talk about all things consulting, all things MBA, all things lifestyle, career advice, many times product management and banking as well. So before you proceed, feel free to subscribe and hit on the notification button so that whenever I'm putting out content, you get notified. And of late, I've been very frequent in terms of video upload. So directly jumping into this video, what are the 5 skills that consultants need to actually thrive and survive in the world of management consulting? So I've divided this video into 3 parts. First one, of course, 2 parts. First one, of course, are the hard skills / technical skills, and the second section is soft skills. So the first section, and of course, I'm on a chai break, so cheers with you on chai. If you're already a subscriber, and if you're new here, I'm on chai breaks always when I'm shooting out these videos. So coming to the first part of the hard skills, which is largely around Excel. So many times people don't realize this, but a lot of time and my time as a BCG management consultant was spent very heavily on Excel. And in fact, I do not recall any project except just one, which was a large public sector overall in India. We had to do a lot of number crunching, a lot of projections, a lot of if-then scenarios, a lot of cost savings and potential revenue projections as well. So you are expected to know those skills, especially if you are an experienced professional and especially if you are an MBA or you have a formal degree. So Excel becomes your go-to tool, and you are required to actually be very comfortable, if not an ace at Excel. So if you are looking to become a management consultant, you should definitely be very comfortable with number crunching, pivot, VLOOKUPs, projections, modeling, etc. So that's the first one. I would look forward to reviewing your comments. What's your comfortable level on a scale of 3 with Excel, and what are your vulnerability points on Excel? I'm happy to actually make a video separately on Excel if you believe you may be able to get help around it, but I need proof of validation. If enough of you in the comment section say that yes, we need help to learn Excel, then of course I'm more than happy to make a video around it. The second skill, which is of course the underlying and the pivotal skill, is around business acumen. And what do I mean by business acumen? I have worked in management consulting private sector twice, and I've been a development sector consultant in another organization. And in my first job, on day 1, the managing director of the boutique management consulting firm asked me, Shatakshi, help me understand the business model of this solar firm. I was an undergraduate student from St. Stephen's College who had studied chemistry, and I did not know what does the jargon business model mean. And hence, these are the kind of foundations when I say that you really need to be able to not just understand the jargon, but develop an intuition around business model. And not just business model, you need to understand what is financial accounting. You need to understand the basics of marketing, not just marketing in terms of 4 P's, right? There are lifetime value calculation on marketing. There are calculation whereby you understand if you have $100, how should you equally put them, or how should you disproportionately put them in acquisition and in retention strategy. And of course, you need to be able to understand if I put in $2 as an investment, is it really going to generate a potential revenue for me? So those kind of subjects become extremely important for you, especially from business acumen point of view, because your clients are going to be very smart. On my first case, my client was an IIM Ahmedabad gold medalist. No matter how much soever regression, how much soever cool marketing tech analysis we will do, he was always very comfortable with them, and he would always ask advanced question. Gone are the days where you would be dealing with dull or not so smart clients, especially at least the BCG, McKinsey, Bain. In private sector, when you deal with clients, CXO, CEOs, they're actually the top of their league, and that's why they are there. So you need to actually showcase your A game. Which brings me towards the third hard skill, which is a little not my favorite, but it is needed, which is around decking and PPT making. And I think after a point of time, I have understood and started to appreciate why is decking and PPT making so important. Consultants are storyteller. Storyteller through data, storyteller through information, storyteller through a lot of qualitative information. When you're trying to tell someone a story, a tight story, a watertight story, and you're trying to convince them that, hey, you need to pump in 1 crore or $200 million in X strategy, you need to better have 20, 30 and 50 pager deck to convince them why the hell are you saying as a BCG management consultant that they need to put in a lot of their hard-earned money in X strategy, right? And because you have so much data, so much qualitative information, it becomes hard for you to communicate that through either Word document or just verbatim. And that's why PPTs come in really very handy for you to communicate a succinct narrative to a client. So that's the third hard skill that is absolutely needed for you to become a successful management consultant, which brings us towards the fourth point and the second section, which is around soft skills. So communication skills become very pivotal for a management consultant. Communication skills are actually the bread and butter of a management consultant. Here is why I say so, because you're dealing with CXOs very often, and CXOs are actually very busy people, and not just CXOs from the client side. You're dealing with case partners also on almost bi-weekly or on a daily basis, depending upon case project to case project. So these people are really busy in nature, and hence you need to learn the art and science of being succinct. And not just being succinct, but landing the meat of the point or the meat of your entire conversation in 2 to 3 minutes. And if they have follow-up questions, they may ask you follow-up questions as well. So communication does become a very critical skill. And because I worked with chairman of McKinsey at a really young age, I think I was 24, and I started my career with a boutique management consulting firm which was started by 2 ex-McKinseys. I think I realized I have a fairly strong hold on my communication. By communication, I do not mean the art and science of speaking English. No, I mean, can you land your point succinctly on someone else? Which brings us towards my favorite and the last point, which is around emotional intelligence. Many a times people think that just because they are going to be good with hard skills, they are going to be promoted and they are going to be surviving this entire system. No, my friends, that's not actually true. You need to be able to have, for example, influence over people surrounding you, in the client side, over your team, over the case partner. In corporate, many a times people are just obsessed with downward management. They are not very good with upward management. Can you manage your case partner beautifully? Can you manage the project team project manager sustainably, right? And that means that you need to be able to have emotional intelligence. Daniel Kahneman has a very beautiful book on emotional intelligence. Feel free to check that out. It's a classic book on emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has many components, right from not just speaking, but to listening as well, your body language and many other components. But management consultant does require you to be smart, street smart, and influence people who may not have, that you may not have direct authority over. So those are largely the 5 skills that, of course, management consultants need to not just survive but thrive in the world of management consulting. And if you need more help to become a management consultant, feel free to check out MBA Scholars program at my education venture globalgovernance-initiative.org. With that, like this video, share it with your friends so that they get to know about all the cool things we're talking about in consulting, career, personal finance. And with that, please take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and be kind to each other. I'll take your leave and see you soon. Bye-bye.